Good morning, everyone. Chris here from Stamping. Another impromptu Facebook Live this morning. Excuse me, I thought I'd wait a few minutes before I jumped on because my neighbour is in the middle of mowing his lawn and now it's just started to pour with rain, so hopefully I'm hoping the sun comes out and maybe brightens things up a little bit, but if not, what can you do? Okay, well anyway, I thought I would do this Facebook Live today because a few weeks ago I actually did this live and there were some issues with sound and there was no sound, so you couldn't hear what I was saying. So I wanted to jump on and do it again. And what I want to focus on is designer series paper, in particular for those of you who are relatively new to using it, and maybe I might share some different ideas for those of you who've been using it for a while. But I know some of my customers have ordered papers, and I thought it would be good to show you just some nice easy ideas, and so that's what we're doing today. I'm going to mostly focus on the one that I can't remember the name of. It's called Whimsy and Wonder, and it's from the current mini catalogue. So it's a Christmas paper. I'm going to be making some Christmas cards with it, and it's really quite non-traditional Christmas colours, but it's pretty. It's really nice. Okay, so what I've done is pre-cut some card bases in white, heavy white cardstock, which unfortunately at the moment in Australia is not available. The whites, I think, are still not available. I have done that, but I will show you, obviously you can use other colours. So this, look, I'm going to turn the phone over and then you can have a look at the papers, and let's get started with some stamping. All right, here we go. Okay, how does that look? Oops. Okay. So you can see to the side here. This is it. It's gorgeous. It's pinks and blues and greens. Very pretty papers with some silver colours as well. So silver as well as those colours. So there we go. All right. Now last time when I started doing this, I actually created this card on the live, and you can see, so this is one of the papers that goes beautifully with the pink to create a really quick and easy card. Okay, so I'm going to keep this same layout and show you how just one pack of designer series paper with a few little extras and some card bases can make completely different cards. So we'll pop this one here where you can still see it. All right, so let's make another one that's the same, only let's see. So I won't make this one up, but if we just pop that over the top of this one, so this is all out of the same pack of cardstock. See those pretty shiny stars. This is the reverse side of that one. And you could just pop this down. And you have a completely different card made in exactly the same way. So this here is simply a strip of around 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch. Now I've overlapped these. You don't have to, you can just cut so that they meet up, but I just overlapped it. And then you can choose how much, which way you'd like it to go. Alright, so that's the second one that's exactly the same as that one. So all you'd need, as I said, was a pack of paper, some cardstock for your bases, and a Christmas greeting of some sort. Okay, now again, out of exactly the same set of papers, exactly the same pack, we've got this lovely one, and contrasting from the reverse side of one of them, and that's really pretty as well. So let's put that one together. Now, as I said, you could put that one onto a white card base, but since white is a little difficult to get at the moment, I've used some Mossy Meadow, which is one of the colours in the Designer Series paper. Now, if you didn't know, you can look on the reverse side of the packs, and it's also in the catalogues, but here you can see all the colours, and we've got Mossy Meadow, Polished Pink, Misty Moonlight, so that tells you the colours that are in the papers. And so Mossy Meadow I'm using as my base this time. I've also got a little strip of the pink. Alright. So I'm going to adhere this down onto my card base. As usual, okay, I'm just bumping everything today. Your choice what you use for adhesive. I like my tear and tape, but glue is great if you haven't done a lot of stamping and a lot of card making, because it just allows you to move before it adheres. I'm going to use this today. I need my bin and I didn't get it. Okay. So hopefully I have all the tech issues sorted out now, hopefully, and so I'll be able to go back to weekly lives. Which way? This way? This way? This way? Does it matter? No, it doesn't. So we're going to pop this down. And as I said, because I'm using tear and tape, we need to get it fairly accurate at the start. So in this case, my piece of Designer Series paper is a tiny bit bigger here, so I'll just trim that off later. But I just want to, and that's not straight. Never mind. but I just want to give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. So then this beautiful contrast piece with the mostly green and a little bit of pink, I'm going to pop over the top. Before I do, I'm just going to measure up this piece of pink and cut the excess off there. Easier than doing it before. Alright, so I might actually stick this. What I was going to do is put that down and then add the pink onto it. I might just I might make this a really small piece of skinny pink. Stick that on there first, then add a bit more tape. So I'm sure we've all got these little strips of different colours, and this is one way to use up some of those. It's just to add, and it just highlights the pink that's in this one. So again, lining it up with the edges of your card base. Popping that down there. Okay, so this is a bit, it's not very lined up very well. So then all I would do, I might just trim these edges a little bit if I'm not happy with those. It's not really going to change very much. That's if you're a perfectionist like I am. But really, you can see that's really pretty. And all it really needs is a Merry Christmas or something on it. So let's do that. I've got a Merry Christmas that comes from the Perfectly Plaid stamp set. Let me grab that so you can see which one. So this is Perfectly Plaid. Comes with a punch. Oh, there's a punch that will punch out those Christmas trees. But we're just going to use the lovely, I like the script of this Merry Christmas. So I'm just going to use that one with some old olive. Of course, you could use any of the colours that are in the papers and it would work just fine, but this old olive just happened to be right there when I needed it. So, popping a Merry Christmas. There we are. I'm going to do my flag thing that I like. So cutting up about the center. It's not perfectly even, but never mind. And there we go. So if you've got dimensionals, you can pop that up a little bit. If you've got some sequins or sparklies, you could pop those on. But as a really quick, simple card, just using designer series paper, and there we go. That's another one. So this one here also uses the wonderful snowflakes. Okay, so they're all pre-die cut, and I've just popped one of those on. to that one. Alright, so exactly the same layout, design, same packs of paper, completely different cards. Okay, so that's those two. Now what if we used the exact same design with a different set of papers? So for this one I'm going to make a bright and cheery birthday card. This one uses the pattern party, which is the host designer series paper from the back of the annual catalogue. So this is it here. Alright, so I'm going to do exactly the same layout. Pop that down there, that one on here, and that's beautiful. Okay, so now what about if you wanted to reverse these? I probably wouldn't use a Bermuda Bay card base if you're going to reverse them, but you could use black. And there you go, exactly the same papers, completely different card. If you wanted to do something different, you could put again a pop of colour, maybe red or one of the bright pinks. You could colour these either with blends or ink and blender pens, the pencils. So there's plenty you could do with it. But yes, completely different card to that one. Alright, so just going to, I think glue is quicker, so I'm just going to pop some glue on this one. Put the hearts up the right way. Okay. Just a little bit of glue. I'm putting it everywhere, making a bit of a mess today. Glue is not my friend, I have to admit. So I usually tend to use the tear and tape. There we go. Okay, so cutting this one. Alright. That's bright and cheerful, isn't it? And these are only small amounts of the paper. You have so much left over. Let's see. Let's put a happy birthday on this one if I've got some strips here. There we go. So this is a happy birthday to you, comes from the Best Year stamp set. So a few weeks ago I did a Facebook Live about the Darth Vader technique, where you're using Stampin' Up markers to colour onto the stamp set. So I might actually use that technique for this. I'm going to colour Happy and To You in Bermuda Bay. So we're just with the side of the marker popping some colour down. And this is with the brush tip, and then I'm going to do the Birthday in Flirty Flamingo. So the only thing you have to make sure of is that you've covered all of the stamp that you're wanting that colour on. Really good idea to do this technique with the Stamparatus. Okay, then we're just going to huff on that. Darth Vader. And hopefully Chris can stamp this straight. Okay, not perfect, but not bad either. Okay, so I don't know where I would put that at the moment. Perhaps cut that there, and anyway, you get the idea. And so we've just picked up some of the colours that are in the papers. Of course, you could choose any colour that you wanted to highlight. Beautiful oranges and reds, greens. And there we go. Those three, all the same layout, the same card and the same style. Completely different cards. And all you have to do is to change some of the designer paper and you can get something completely different every time. Alright, so we've got a birthday card, 2 Christmas cards. Alright, I'm running out of room here, so I'll put those 2 up here for now. Alright, now what else? I was going to do some other ones with the the Whimsy and Wonder Designer Series paper. So again, this is the same, this Christmas tree one, which is really cute. So this one, and all I've done is I have cut the Designer Series paper about 1/2 centimetre smaller than your card base, so that you're using it as a background. Then I've cut a piece of the paper about 8 by 8 centimetres, and a mat that's 8.5 by 8.5 in a darker green. Alright, so that's just going to make that, the darker frame makes this pop out. Okay. Alright, so same thing, just sticking these down. I know. Well, you could do it that way. Let's do something different. Let's do it this way instead. To make it completely different. Now you could pop this up on some dimensionals if you wanted to do that. For now, I'm just going to glue it down. What about there? There's a Happy Christmas. Okay, same papers, slightly different now, different design, but equally, equally quick and easy, and really quite pretty. I like that one. Okay, so let's pop that one aside as well. What else have I got here? Okay, there's one more for today. So the papers have these gorgeous, this bauble image here. And what I've done is I've cut out some of the baubles just with scissors. So I'm just trying to show you that you don't need all the latest, you don't need to have heaps and heaps of dies and stamps to make beautiful cards. Alright, so the reverse side of this one is the Misty Moonlight coloured paper. So I'm going to stick that down over my card base. Sometimes it seems a shame to cover up this gorgeous print on this side. Alright. Again, make sure the Christmas trees are up the right way. So I think with this one, if I was going to not use white, I would probably use a Misty Moonlight base. Then I've used a piece of white, a white strip to go here. So that we can see some of the Misty Moonlight above and below. Then we've got all these baubles that I've cut out, and I don't like wasting the edge ones, so I've cut one of those. I'll probably put that one behind one, maybe. I don't know, you can arrange them however you like. So these have all been cut by hand. I quite like fussy cutting, I find it very relaxing. You could just draw a line down. I've cut out one of the little bows, green bow, yeah, that you could put on this one. So yeah, you can arrange those however you like. Then I'm going to pop a Happy Christmas here, maybe, or somewhere like that. I'm not going to stick all those down right now. You can see what I mean. Now all of those cards that I've made here, they all use the one pack of patterned paper. I had another one somewhere. They all use the one designer series paper, the Whimsy and Wonder designer series paper, and it's just because the colours all go so beautifully together, which is one of the the features of Stampin' Up. You can make different cards, different combinations, put them all together. You could use this lovely silver with any of the others and it would go beautifully. So there we go. So those are the Christmas cards. Plus I made the same design as this one in the birthday card. Alright, so if you have any questions, please reach out to me. And I'd love it if you commented below, like and share any of my videos. It would be very much appreciated. And let me know if there's something in particular that you would like me to do a live on. At the moment I'm really focusing more on some easy basic card making, but I'm happy to do anything that you would like to see. Alright, and I think that's enough for today. I'm going to finish these all off and get them ready to sell at the markets on Friday. Alright, happy stamping everyone. See you soon.